Can you hear me now? Okay. Oh, great. There you go. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. I'll be with you, and I'm honored to be here.
Good evening. Welcome to the John L. Dickinson Eagle Scout social event this evening from the Service Center here in Charleston, West Virginia. I hope you enjoyed the opening video, and frankly, I hope that it helped you remember the long journey and effort that it took you to earn the rank of Eagle Scout. Glad to have you with us this evening to celebrate the achievement of the youth who have earned the rank of Eagle Scout and the parents who helped them. Tonight we have with us Dr. Cheryl Cox, Buckskin Council board member, the chair of today's event, and a mother of an Eagle Scout. We'll be hearing from her momentarily. In addition, Buckskin Council President and Eagle Scout Brian Doherty and Scout Executive Jeff Purdy are with us tonight. We will also have Dr. Gordon Gee, and another Eagle Scout and President of Western University, who will be delivering a message for our Eagle Scouts this evening. My name's Taylor George. I am also an Eagle Scout, and I'll be your MC for the evening. We're going to go ahead and start off this evening. If Jake Wonderly from Troop 195 from United Methodist Church of South Charleston to come forward and present the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please place your hand over your heart if you're not in uniform. Those in uniform can scout salute. Please join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob. We're going to then start off this evening with our fearless leader, Dr. Cheryl Cox, to give a few words. Dr. Cox.
Good evening. Earlier this week, each of the Eagle Scouts participating tonight received a special gift in the mail. This signature Eagle Scout cap that was made and designed by Eagle Scout Scott Horroyd. I hope you wear it often. In addition, each family was sent a coupon provided by Geno's and Tudors restaurants so that you could have the meal that is part of this event. I want to thank all of you who are viewing tonight who helped sponsor this event with your generous donations. Your support is deeply appreciated. At any other time, I would be greeting you all in person and enjoying the fellowship, food, and fun of being together. However, since that's not feasible yet, I hope you will accept my congratulations virtually and enjoy the rest of the broadcast. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cox. With that, I'd like to invite Brian Doherty, the Council President and Eagle Scout, to say a few words tonight.
Thank you, Taylor. First off, good evening, everybody. Dr. Cox, appreciate the effort that was put into making this virtual since we all couldn't be there in person. It's very nice to see each of you. The silver lining of COVID has been that it's allowed more of us to join virtually. But know that on behalf of the Buckskin Council Board, Jeff Purdy, our Scout Executive, and professional staff, we send you our sincere congratulations. I once was in the same situation you guys are right now. Back in 2001, I earned my Eagle Scout. I was a part of Troop 46 in Dunbar, West Virginia. I can't begin to tell you, looking back, how being an Eagle Scout has benefited me through my career, whether it was in college, WVU, or my professional life. It's been something that, looking back, I'm so glad that I completed. Much like some of you, I got towards the end and I almost didn't make it, but here we are. So it's been a great honor. So I know what you're going through. Not many scouts reach this rank. You should be commended for that. And I'm very proud of each of you. I know scouting is going through some very difficult times right now. Just remain focused. Keep your head up, and as they say, do a good turn daily, and you'll make us all proud. So I appreciate everybody being here tonight, and looking forward to Dr. Gee's presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Later, we'll be hearing from Jeff Purdy, our Scout Executive for the Council. But at this time, I would like to invite Dr. Gee, the President of Western University, and a fellow Eagle Scout, to share his message with us today.
Well, thank you very much. I'm thrilled to be with all of you. And and it's an honor for me to join with you this evening. I mean, we're all doing this virtually, and it's not quite the same as when we're at an Eagle ceremony. But I just wanted to make a few comments to all of you. First of all, that earning the Eagle badge, which I did I guess some 60 years ago, is a designation of a major accomplishment, one that takes much time and work, and by the way, only about 4% of scouts ever reach that pinnacle. The uncommon dedication that drove you to become an Eagle also has the power to propel you to almost any career imaginable. As you can imagine, as university president, I think about that a lot. Eagle Scouts have been astronauts like Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. They have been Academy Award-winning filmmakers like Steven Spielberg. They have been forward-thinking businessmen like Sam Walton. And some of us have had to settle for being a university president. It comes as no surprise to me to see Eagle Scouts in high-ranking leadership positions. As a boy, I grew up in a little town called Vernal, Utah. My scouting activities gave me intellectual stimulation. They gave me discipline and the ability to work under pressure. Working to earn the rank of Eagle taught me goal setting, perseverance, and the rewards of leadership. And this I will say to you, developing a constructive set of values early in life is essential to building a successful life in school and certainly beyond. Values, let me underscore that word again, values are important because at every step, they form a framework for the decisions we make and the actions we take. The best decisions will always be the ones that reflect our core values. At West Virginia University, and one of the reasons I'm proud to be here, I serve on the executive council of the National Boy Scouts, and at West Virginia University, we partner with Scouting on many projects because I know this organization inculcates values that promote success. And as was just stated by Brian, we are going through some challenging times, but out of that forges great opportunity. I believe those enduring values of scouting are best expressed in the Scout Law. But I can condense them even further into 6 overriding qualities that make Eagle Scouts uniquely prepared to learn and prepared to succeed. The first, obviously, to me at least, is authenticity. A successful leader, above all, is authentic. A person who is trustworthy and loyal is a person whose actions live up to their words. That sense of authenticity springs from self-awareness. We should regularly ask ourselves this question. If you had to identify one reason to live, what would it be? Is your life's purpose to help others? Is it to inspire others with great works of art or words or even your deeds? Education is about finding yourself, and I learned one of life's best lessons during my first tenure at West Virginia. I was given the chance to serve as president of the university at age 36. In fact, I was so young I didn't even know how to spell university, and right after I became president, I got a visit from a couple of older gentlemen. I thought they were old; they were probably about 40, because I was having a real struggle as president of the university, and they came to me and they said, "Well, you know, Mr. President, you're not doing very well." And I said, "Why do you think that is?" And they said, "Well, you don't look and act and talk like a university president. You wear bow ties, you go out and visit with the students all the time. You wear khaki pants, all the kinds of things that university presidents are not supposed to do." And so I thought, well, maybe they're right. And so I decided to wear a 3-piece suit, a long tie, try to be a little bit more dignified. And 2 things happened to me, at least. And one was the fact that I continued to not do very well. And the second thing was the fact that I was miserable. And so I decided that I was just going to go and be me, be authentic, be who I am. And guess what? here it is, some 40 years later, I'm still a university president, and those guys are dead. So I think authenticity is enormously important. So I wanted to say that to you. The next thing is commitment to service. We serve because we must, and I say that very sincerely. We serve because we must. In today's world, in which there is so much need, in which there is so many problems, in which there is divisions in our nation, service above self is enormously important. So I would say to you that we must serve, because service is the price we pay to be doing exactly what we're doing, and it's an important component of where we are as human beings. Conscientiousness. Think about that. What are scouts? You work hard. You work to make certain that you're doing very well in all of your words and deeds. But the most important thing is that you're conscientious. You work to make certain that people who are working with you know that you are dedicated, know that you are available, know that you are there for them, know that you are going to live a life worthy of them. You're conscientious. And conscientiousness is enormously important as part of this venue that we call scouting. The other thing is respect. Unfortunately, these days, too few adults are modeling respectful discourse and the open exchange of ideas. We see just the opposite in the political arena, that has become as thoughtful and nuanced as a Jerry Springer episode. We see the antithesis of civil discourse across the internet and across our lives. So I think that it is enormously important that as part of your commitment to scouting, as part of your commitment as an Eagle Scout, that you show respect to yourself. And by that, I mean you should show respect to yourself, to your families, to your friends, to your community, to your nation, to the people who have really worked very hard to make life so important for you, to our police, to our military leaders, to almost everyone that we run into. Respect is exactly what it means. It means that we give life and opportunity to others. Optimism is important. In today's world, how can you think about it? The year 2020, we've had this pandemic. We've all been shut down. We have not had the kind of social commerce that we wanted to have. We've not had the kind of opportunities that we really thought that we should have. But guess what? We have sustained ourselves. We've sustained ourselves as individuals. We've sustained ourselves as a community. We've sustained ourselves as scouts because of the fact that we have had optimism. And optimism is a really important component of this process we call scouting. Passion. Pursue your passion. Make life worth living. Make certain that you are constantly excited about what you're doing. Be excited every morning when you wake up. When you get out of the house and you're off to school, be passionate about learning. Be passionate about the opportunities to play sports, to debate, to be part of any kind of life that lives a sense of passion. So let me just give you a couple of data here. 96% of those of us who have been part of scouting believe that scouting helped build teamwork skills. 83% believe scouting helped them achieve greater career success. 93% said scouting improved their confidence, and 91% said it helped them overcome adversity. 83% agreed with the statement, there have been real life situations where having been a scout helped me to be a better leader. That's scouting. And as university president, I take special interest in the following survey results. Scouts were more likely to earn mostly A's in school, to graduate from high school, and to earn college degrees. And success in learning has never been more important than it is today. In 1910, when the Boy Scouts of America were founded, even high school was considered non-essential for a large part of our population. And as late as 1940, more than half of the U.S. citizens in this country possess no more than an 8th grade education, and only 6% of males and 4% of females had earned college degrees. Today, it is much different. Over 90% of young adults have completed high school. 64% have completed some post-secondary education. 34% have earned a bachelor's degree in some form or other. So all of this indicates that scouting is an important component of this success that we call life. It lays the groundwork. It develops rigor. It develops expectations, and most importantly, it develops self-awareness about who you are, and what you can do. So, saying all of that, I am really honored to be here this evening. I think that there's nothing more important than what you have accomplished, and there's nothing more important than the fact that scouting will help you every day to accomplish more things. And by the way, I want everyone to see that I have one of those special hats right here. It was given to me, and I have a Geno's and Tudor's Biscuit World memo here, or whatever we call it. I guess it is I guess it allows me to go in and have some. So I'm going to do it as soon as I get through here. So everyone have a great day, and thank you very much for letting me be with you. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Gee. Earlier this week, we invited each of our participating Eagle Scouts to be prepared to share a memorable scouting experience with our audience. I'd like to ask that in turn that they each introduce themselves, where they're from, what troop they're with, and their memorable experience. So in order, I have Aiden, Asa, Augustus, Devin, Grant, Hayden, Isaiah, Jackson, Jacob H., Jacob P., James, Lewis, Max, Michael, Nicholas, Peyton, Philip, Tucker, Trent, William D., and Caleb. So, Aiden, if you'd like to start us off, please, and we'll go from there.
My name's Aiden Rogers. I'm in Troop 2 in Charleston, West Virginia. And one of my most memorable scouting experiences was my first summer camp. It was also my first time ever zip lining. Yeah, it was just really fun. It was a week long. I forget where it was. I forget what it's called. But it was just one of my, it was just very memorable for me.
Asa, please.
Hi, my name is Asa Booten. I'm from Troop 25 in Huntington, West Virginia. And one of my most favorable scouting memories was this past summer's camp. We went canoeing on James River in Virginia. It was really nice country to see. Really enjoyed it. Learned a lot about teamwork. And yeah, had a blast.
Augustus, please.
Good evening. I'm Augustus Kennedy from Troop 299, and I live in Tuppers Plains, Ohio. My first year attending summer camp, I was a provisional camper. It was also my first time away from home. I earned my first merit badge during that week. I was swimming merit badge with my Scoutmaster Greg's guidance. A couple of years later, I ended up transferring to Greg's troop, and I was able to mentor a lot of the younger scouts through swimming. And later on, about my junior year of high school, I had the chance to go back to Camp Arrowhead, not as a camper this time, but I ended up serving on staff. So I was a lifeguard along with my Scoutmaster Greg and an assistant merit badge counselor for swimming merit badge. After that, my Eagle Scout project, I built, along with my family and some friends in scouting, I built a storage facility for my high school archery team. Archery was my first real sense of community, and so it felt really great to be able to give back to that community. And now, after graduating high school, I'm going on to serve my country. I'm attending the United States Naval Academy, where upon graduation, I will commission as an officer in the United States Navy to lead junior sailors in the beginning of their journey through cheerful service. I would like to thank Greg and all those that helped me get to where I am today. Thank you.
Shipmate, it's really good to hear that you're going to Annapolis, from one naval officer to another future one. Good luck.
Booyah.
Devin. Devin, if you'd like to go, please.
Hi, my name's Devin Turley. I'm from Troop 38 out of Proctorville, Ohio. I'd like to thank everyone that spoke tonight during the call. I really appreciate it. My favorite scouting memory is probably my first summer camp. Went with a lot of my friends before they dropped out for various reasons, and how much fun I had with them at my first summer camp. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Grant?
Hello, my name is Grant Fisher. I'm from Troop 17 in Scott Depot, West Virginia. My most memorable scout experience was attending the World Jamboree. The reason that it was so memorable for me because while there was zip lining and waterfront activities and all these other different things, shooting ranges, most memorable for me was just talking to people from all around the world and learning how scouting differed in different places around the world and how their culture was different than us. And being chaplain's aide, I took a lot of interest in the different religions around the world.
Thank you. Hayden?
Hi, my name's Hayden Lester. I am from Troop 136. I live in Bell, West Virginia. My memorable scout experience was the first time of summer camp. I went with my friends. We had a lot of experience. I believe that's all I have.
Thank you. Isaiah, please.
Hi, my name's Isaiah Ramsey, and I'm from Troop 59 out of Sissonville, West Virginia. And one memory that I'll never forget from scouting was during my camping merit badge. And we had to go on the overnighter, and when we got to the top of the mountain where we were going to set up our camp, we had realized that we had forgotten all of our tent poles for our tents, so we had to make a shelter out of our tent fly and sleep under it for the night. And our troop has never let us live it down.
Thank you. Jackson, please.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jackson Monk. I'm from Troop 19 in Sissonville. I'm a senior at Sissonville High School, and I'm planning on going to West Virginia University to study computer science. So, Dr. Gee, I'll be up in your neck of the woods. I would have to say that, like, some of the most memorable scouting experiences I have are from summer camps. It seems like every year I go to summer camp, there's some huge, like, natural disaster going on. The massive floods from 2016 that hit West Virginia, I was at summer camp when they hit. In 2017, there was a tornado warning for just one county in West Virginia, which was the county that I was going to summer camp at Camp Catawba. In 2018, I took my wilderness survival merit badge, and on the night we went into the woods and had to do our overnighter, it rained harder than I've ever seen it rain in my whole life. And they had to take us all back to camp in the middle of the night in our soaked clothes. It was miserable. I know all these sound terrible, but it just always seems like the terrible experiences are the best ones to look back on. As for a specific memory, I would have to go back to that 2016 summer camp. The day everything flooded that week was on Thursday, and it rained all day long. Everyone was fighting with each other. Their stuff was wet. They were frustrated. And just by Friday, everyone was so exhausted and miserable. But Friday was really special because there's something about going through a hardship with people that makes you all like weirdly vulnerable. So that night, everyone was just talking and laughing and playing and discussing the rain from the day before and knowing that we were all going to leave the next morning and be okay. And it was just a really weird feeling of relief mixed with exhaustion and a little bit of shock. But it's just a really cool memory I have of me and my troop.
Thank you. Jacob H., please.
My name is Jacob Huffman. I am in Troop 144 from Clinton, West Virginia. I would say my most memorable scout moment would be a zombie camp. We had one year. There was a soccer ball that was partly deflated with a zombie mask around it we used for a dodgeball. There was also a scavenger hunt where we had to find ingredients to make a potion around the camp. And we had to go to these different places and get certain items and bring them back to the dining hall. And we had to make an antidote, which consists of sherbet, Mountain Dew, gummy eyeballs, and other types of candy. But all in all, it was my most memorable moment, and I would definitely do it again. And if I may speak to the people watching, I would highly recommend joining the program. It helps you learn things you may need in life. You get to make friends with others in your troop, and you get to do a lot of fun activities. Thank you.
Thank you. Jacob P., please.
Hi, my name is Jacob Pinter. I'm from Troop 130 from Pineville, West Virginia, which is in Wyoming County. And I have a lot of good camping experiences looking back on it. But if I had to pick one, it would definitely be me being able to go to the summit. I've had the privilege of going to the summit a couple times, whether it be on weekend troop campouts or a week-long event. And I remember the first time we went was on a weekend camp out, and that was the first time I was able to rock climb and zip line and that kind of stuff. So that was really memorable for me.
Thank you. James, please.
Hello, I'm James Campbell from Troop 20 in Vienna, West Virginia. If I had to pick one moment in my scouting career to be the most memorable, it would probably be my trip to Philmont and being able to summit Baldy Mountain. There's really no words that you can use to describe just the feeling of the weeks-long trek that you make and being able to get to the very top and see all the way that you come down to the very bottom of the camp from where you started. And it's really amazing, and scouting has given me so many great opportunities to do things like this, such as also when I went to the summit and sea base, and all the skills that it's taught me and all the things that I've learned from scouting altogether are really helpful just all the time. So thank you.
Thank you, James, and I agree. That view is unbelievable. Lewis, would you kindly go next?
My name is Lewis Gamble. I'm from Troop 75 in Sophia, West Virginia. I would have to say my most memorable scouting experience was during the summer when I was able to go to the 2017 National Scout Jamboree with my troop. I would say it was a lot of fun, and I got to participate in many unique activities. I was able to participate in STEM activities, and I was also able to go scuba diving with my troop. I completed service projects too, and worked on merit badges that have taught me new skills. Participating in the Jamboree provided me the opportunity to meet and talk with other scouts from the U.S.
Thank you. Max, please.
Hi, my name is Max Gilliam, and I am from Troop 321 in Williamson, West Virginia. There are so many events to choose from that I had a hard time deciding what I would talk about. However, one memory that really stands out to me is visiting Point Pleasant, West Virginia a couple years ago for a one-day camporee that consisted of going to different stations to demonstrate our first aid and carpentry skills. One of our assignments was to build a sleigh, which required some knot tying, some ropes to put it together. I was known as the knot tyer of the group, so I was expected to know all the knots that were required for the certain parts of the sleigh. But there was one problem. I forgot how to tie everything except the square knot and the half hitch because for some reason I had gotten out of the habit of practicing and I was overconfident in my ability to remember all the other knots. We were able to put it together somehow, but I was kind of ashamed of myself because I felt I should have been better prepared for a situation like that. So that served as somewhat of a wake-up call to practice more and for what I as a scout should have been ready for in those types of situations. After that event, I always look back to that moment as a reminder to myself to be prepared the best that I can be for my responsibilities and whatever life throws at me. I would also like to take this time to thank all the people that have helped me throughout my scouting tenure. My scoutmaster, assistant scoutmasters, other adults and parents that have volunteered their time and services to our local troop, the workers who put together the summer camps, the badgeries, and the council members of Buckskin. Because I absolutely could not have made it this far without your help and effort into making my scouting experience the best it possibly could be. And for that, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. I can never repay you, and I promise to give back to scouting any way I can in the future.
Thank you. Michael, would you please go next?
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Slack from Troop 144 in Clendenin. One of my most memorable scouting experiences was earlier this January when my troop went to Washington, D.C. for a long weekend. We stayed at a camp, William B. Snyder, which was a Boy Scout lodge in Haymark, Virginia. We had a lodge all to ourselves, which had a huge fireplace in the middle of the living room. We took the metro into D.C. on both Saturday and Sunday, which was my first time ever being on a subway. We went into the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum where I saw a spaceship and the SR-71 Blackbird. We also went to the National Mall to see a Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument. Of course, we saw so much more, but I really don't want to bore all of you. We also ate at some pretty interesting places, for example, a restaurant in Chinatown. There were so many memories I made with my dad and the troop while learning about our history, and it helped me give a clear vision of things I've already read about or seen in history class. I look forward to going back to DC someday, but I will never forget the first time I went since it was with my troop. Thanks for listening and have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Nicholas, please.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Kammer. I'm with Troop 12 out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, and probably my most memorable scouting experience was probably the National Jamboree back in 2017. Donald Trump came and talked to us and gave a great speech, and it was a blast for the 10 days we were there, and if I could go again, I would. Thank you.
Thank you. Peyton, please.
Hi, my name is Peyton Brown. I'm from Summersville, Troop 107. And the most memorable moment I would have to say would be my OA ordeal overnight. Just all the hard work you had to do that day and all the perseverance you had to go through really built my character up and will help me in life through being a better person and having a strong work ethic.
Thank you. Philip, would you please go next?
I just want to start off with a big thank you to everyone who helped me achieve Eagle Scout, and thank you for the council for holding this. It's wonderful, and thank you for the hats because they are really comfy. But to start off, my name is Philip Lyons. I'm from Troop 43, located in Ravenswood, West Virginia. Ever since I joined the BSA when I was 11, I knew it would be an adventure, because from ziplining across camp to passing out in camp, from wandering through mountains to getting lost in a cave, my scouting career has been nothing but an adventure, laughter, joy, and friendship. My most memorable moments are too many to number. However, the ones that have taught me the most is my ordeal for the Order of the Arrow and my position as senior patrol leader for the last 2 years. Every merit badge I have attained has led to the acquirement of new knowledge, but most importantly, the acquirement of new friends that will stick around and be there when the going gets tough. I can say without a doubt in my mind, I have enjoyed my time as Scouts, and when the time comes, I'll miss the weekly meetings, the campouts, and my friends. but because of Scouts, I will be ready for my next adventure in this wide world. So thank you to everyone.
Thank you. Tucker, please.
My name is Tucker Purdy, and I'm in Troop 195 in South Charleston, West Virginia. My most memorable experiences in scouting would have to be going to both the National and World Jamboree at the summit. The number of people I met and the cultures I experienced would not have been possible if I hadn't been in the Boy Scouts. Not only did I meet many new people, but the camp itself was great, offering many new adventures I had yet to experience. And one of my most memorable times in the World Jamboree was taking some of our Australian friends we had recently met to the gun range and shoot rifles. We even had a cookout with the neighboring Italian and Chilean troops.
Thank you, Tucker. I agree. The Aussies can be pretty awesome. Trent, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Trent Literal. I'm from Troop 154 out of Elkhorn, Kentucky. My favorite memory in scouting has to be from the summer of 2019 when I went with Wilderness Rangers to Eastern West Virginia. We went to the Lewisburg coal mine. For that, went to the Monongahela National Forest, saw the beautiful mountains, Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia.
Technology sometimes has its challenges, I'm afraid.
Elkins.
Wait.
For that whole week, and just really beautiful adventure. When we got to see the landscape. It was really beautiful. It was really fun. That's memory I had.
Thank you, Trent. William D., please.
Hello, my name is Will Dudley from Troop 135 in Braxton County. My favorite memories from scouting would be going to Billy's Mill my first year in 2016 whenever the flood happened. It was my first summer camp, and that was a real bummer whenever I had to wear bags on my feet because I had dry socks but no dry shoes. Next would have to be going to the World Scout Jamboree, having dinner with the Italians, Hungarians, and Chileans. While I didn't do any of the high adventure activities at the World Scout Jamboree while I was there, I mainly hung out with the Australians and talking with people from around the world. Another of my favorite memories is going and doing my not my tap out ceremony, but my ordeal for Order the Arrow. Just hearing the stories, I was nervous from everything I'd heard. Along with all that, my favorite camp activity is just staying up late, talking with friends, having deep and hilarious conversations at the same time. Even though I've achieved Eagle Scout, I'd still like to work summer camp at Camp Catuga and at the Summit Bechtel Reserve. I'd like to do NYLT and do some OA high adventure. I would like to stay involved in scouting as a youth and as an adult, also in the OA. And once I'm old enough, I'd like to join the Air Force and be a machinist. Thank you.
Thank you, William. You may be interested to know that Dr. Cox, our chairman, for this event is also an Air Force officer. So, finally, last for our Eagle Scouts, Caleb, please.
All right, Hello, my name is Caleb Cavender. I'm from Troop 74 and I live near St. Albans, West Virginia. Of all the things I've done in scouting, my most memorable merit badge and experience would be when I lived in Washington State. I was doing the Wilderness Survival Merit Badge, and something I came to learn was that some of the more miserable experiences you have in scouting are the most memorable. I remember running around in bare feet in 40-degree weather on wet ground. I remember eating out of a half-eaten orange where I had cooked an egg inside. It was a good experience, and I left with a sense of self-confidence. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Caleb. I want to thank each of the Eagle Scouts who have taken the time to share their experiences in scouting with us, and I hope we all have taken something from that. As I like to point out to Eagle Scouts, as was pointed out to me so many years ago, you are a marked man. That eagle will follow you around forever. It is still the last line on my resume, and I still have people that question me about it, of what it means to me and why. So that's going to be for the rest of your life. We're coming to the end here of our event this evening. I want to thank everybody for joining us, especially President Gee from WVU. Thank you again for helping us out tonight. And to close us out then, Jeff Purdy, our Scout Executive for Buckskin Council, will have our final remarks.
Thank you very much for the introduction. First, I'd like to say congratulations to Eagle Scouts. This accomplishment is something that you should be very proud of. It's something that's going to last your entire lifetime. So, and as you can see, I'm sharing a screen this evening with my Eagle Scout son. So it gives me a different perspective this evening. I can tell you that your family, your friends, mom and dad, grandpas and grandmas, they're all very proud of you as well for this accomplishment. And it's just a first step in a long life, hopefully, of successes for each of you. But I'm sure that you'll continue to accomplish great things and make your family proud of you. I'd like to say I'm sorry I'm not with everyone this evening in person, because usually the food is really good. But I know everyone's got a voucher, and so enjoy that meal on behalf of the Buckskin Council and our sponsors. Also like to thank Dr. Cox and her committee for doing an outstanding job. Certainly outside the box of what we would normally expect our Eagle Scout Dinner Committee to do. But Cheryl and her team has done a great job, and we're very fortunate to have that kind of leadership. Speaking of leadership, I also want to thank Brian Doty, our council president. As you heard from Brian earlier this evening, he is an Eagle Scout, and he currently is the top volunteer in our council, and really pretty much my boss. And I'm lucky to have a person of that character, that accomplishment, leading our council as well. So congratulations this evening to all of our Eagle Scouts, and I hope everyone has a great evening. Enjoy your free meal on the Scouts, and thank you very much.